They were talking this morning and this afternoon about the doors, the open doors, and what God is doing right now in this season. And I remembered this 3 years ago. We were at a conference with some friends of ours in the Birmingham, Alabama area, and the name of the conference was called The Open Door. The Open Door. And as the Lord was speaking to me about this double season, He says, you are stepping into your season of the double. And I've heard this before. We're like, oh yeah, it's double, double for your trouble. We've heard all that before. But this was different. It was like double season. And He said that the things that we saw in the past, the things that we saw, the words that we saw and heard in the past were now relevant today. And that word relevant really stuck out to me. That's not one of those words that I use often, relevant. I mean, I guess it's a great word, but I don't use that word often. And He said that the words and the promises that were released to you and I back then are relevant today. He said, some of those words that were released back then didn't have the spiritual maturity to be birthed in that season. He said, but it has come a full circle, and now it has become relevant because now the maturity of heaven now sits and rests upon those words and those promises. You see, as the Lord was reminding me of that, He took me back to the open door. And we did a conference, and I don't know, it was BobbyCon, I don't know who it was, but it was a huge conference, and it was about the doors that were opening up in that season, and that there was a release from heaven at that time. But He said, now I have brought it full circle, that we are now stepping into the season of the double, that the doors that are being opened now are double in increase, double in size. And He says, as a prophetic sign, many of you in here have been seeing double everywhere you go. You see 11:11. Who sees 11:11? 111. 444. 555, 222. It's a lot of double. Double. See, the Lord is speaking prophetically to us through the things that we're seeing, and we're not even realizing that He's talking to us. Everywhere I go, I see 111. I went to my dad's house the other day. I go, and he lives in an apartment in a community, and I went to his house and rang the doorbell, and right there it said room 111. What? Room 111. I got to take off my lock off this iPad. 111. So I began to ask the Lord, what is it? What is it about? He says that I am laying down the seeds. He is laying down the seeds this season, and we're going to see this flourish. We really are. It's the seeds of the double, the double glory. I'm not a big numbers guy, but I want to tell you guys something. This thing about 11:11. So I said, Lord, what is it? Who's been 111? Who's 11:11 here? 11:11. In that day, the Lord will reach out His hand a second time to reclaim the surviving remnant of His people. God is with us. John 11:11. And He had said this, He went up to tell them, our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I am going there to wake him up. That's the resurrection power. John 11:11. See, there is something about the resurrection power. There is something about the 11:11 that you're seeing right now. The Lord is releasing the resurrection power, the resurrection glory. Why? Because it's the Isaiah 11:11. God is with us. I began to ask the Lord. I said, Lord, well, what is this that we're in right now? Because we go through seasons, we go through those areas, and God is always speaking. I said, well, Lord, where are we at right now in this season? He says, you are now in the Isaiah 22:22. Who's been singing 22:22? Come on, 22s, a lot of 22s in here. And this is what we're going to do our offering on tonight. It says, I will place on his shoulders the keys of the house of David. Shakarabasata. And what he opens, no one can shut. And when he shuts, no one can open. Double, double. What about the 333? Who's been 333? Call to me and I will answer you. And I will tell you the great unsearchable things that you don't even know.